Well, we finally have the infamous, you already know, the legendary Vogue Femme Master, innovator, all that good crap. So, this is someone that my son, someone I've known, many ups and downs, much love, much.
It's been a long time.
It's been a long time.
It's been a long time.
Going on 15 years.
Yes.
So, being that I know your personal life, I don't really want to go into that right with you for this interview. I'm gonna leave that to other outlets.
Okay.
I know you.
That's nice of you, because you can get anything you want.
But reason why is I kind of just want to go into. A lot of people ask for you on the couch. A lot of people want to know things about you. So I want to kind of pertain it to just not just ballroom, but just about you and your contributions and stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, right.
But we'll touch a little personal, but nothing deep.
Right. Not too deep. Okay.
Oh gosh, he didn't warn me and say, "Don't ask me nothing." He didn't do that. This is for me. I want to do a different angle.
I keep saying I trust you, so
this is his spotlight.
I trust a lot of these girls, honey.
Okay, so let's kind of start. Let's go back in time machine.
Time machine.
We've done little things before, but this is going to be the real deal. So everything you say is just your feelings, your opinions, all that. Okay.
All right.
Tell them a little bit. Let's talk about history. Your history. When did you come into the scene?
I came to the scene maybe late 98, 99. I'm gonna say 99. It was 99, honestly. I don't count that stuff.
You don't count 98?
No.
Why not? When's the first ball that you walked?
It was the African...
1998.
That was 98, the African something ball. And I think I lost to Kevin, God rest the dead.
Kevin Bizarre Law.
Bizarre Law, yes. I remember I lost to Kevin. I was a latex. I came to the house of latex, God rest the Arbor. I used to be one of those, I was always a dancer, naturally. And I ended up meeting a Toro. And a Toro showed me a ball tape one time. And I was like, I gotta learn what this is. So I asked him to start teaching me. And before you know it, I was in the pair. And I loved the pair. I think I learned most of my beginning anything. It was on the pair. And after that I went to Blahnik. Blahnik was about 2000. In between that was a Mizrahi. I kind of counted, but Dome was only like a 3-month kind of transfer, but it did give me the opportunity to meet Jack and Andre and appreciate what the house was about internally. So I was a Mizrahi for a couple months, but I ended up being a Blahnik. I opened with the house of Blahnik. And that's where I guess my reign started. Since then, I was Vogue Femme of the Year in the House of Blahnik, I could think.
Wait, you're fast forwarding.
Okay, I'm trying to see it there. Okay, so let's stay in Blahnik.
Yeah, I definitely want to touch on all that separately. So, so you came into it. What was your Vogue when you first came into it?
Oh, my Vogue, I really, as you know, I really didn't Vogue a lot. I was already a dancer and I knew some elements pretty good. And I think what I really had really good was the dip. I had the dip really good. Not yet the Marella, but I did have the dip really good and I had the idea of hands. I understood what a stunt was. And back then that was enough to get through with the level or where Vogue was at creatively and artistically. So I used to mix a lot of my hip hop inside of the voguing to kind of get through. It worked and it didn't work. It worked because it was new. It was innovative. Butch Queen Vogue Femme Dramatics was Butch Queen voguing like a femme queen dramatic. It didn't work because a lot of people that was true to the art of Vogue didn't really see it. I was read a lot up and down.
By?
I remember Trayvon. Trayvon time was voguing in the clubhouse. I snuck out the clubhouse. I skipped Bible study. And I snuck out to the clubhouse one Wednesday downtown when it was on 28th. And I remember Kool-Aid called me out. I never walked the ball, but he decided to call me out. And after I finished, everybody was screaming, but he was saying that's not Vogue. And he was calling me stigmata cunt. And then everybody was calling me stigmata cunt that whole night. And I was like 16 years old, so that was a lot for me. But like I said,
you look back at it now. When you look back at it, do you laugh about it or like you was stigmata cunt when you look back at it?
I understand, and I also understand Trayvon.
Right.
So at the same time, but I was young. I wasn't a legend. I wasn't even a star, so it wasn't even to be judged at the time. But that's where I was at inside the process. But as time went through,
wait, real quick, because this is teaching too.
Yes.
what's the difference between a dip back then and a Marella for those that don't know?
Okay, so a dip is when you land with grace on the floor, regardless of the stunt speed prior to your landing. It has to have a great arch, arms in a place that represents the dip. That's why I love Alyssa, I love Mika. When they dip, they put their hands on their pussy. Just to show you the full, it's a pose. The dip should end in a pose. You can't dip and keep going, that's not a dip. When you roll out. A Marella is when you go from point A to point B in maybe less than half of a second. And knowing how to land on your back and your arms in one moment. So when you do dip, a lot of people get it wrong. Say this is my head and this is my lower body. A lot of people dip and they go like this. That's
who
and
does,
your arms moving and your body.
Who does dips like that?
Anybody that tried to nowadays. I mean, there's very few. Some people know how to Marella. Some people was never taught.
Name them. Name the 5 like you know they know how to Marella.
Niambi. I learned how to Marella from Niambi all day. Mystery. God rest the dead. Mystery knows how to Marella. Straight off the top of my head. It's been a minute. I miss Paul.
Okay,
Paul yes, Paul Khan.
Paul Khan Ebony.
Yes, he will give you a Marella from here. Similar to Niambi. He vogued very much like Niambi. Deshaun. Deshaun knows what a Marella is. Leomi knows what a Marella is. My big girl Melika
knows what a Marella is.
Melika, my girl, will hit that floor in one beat. And the point of the Marella, like I said, is just for your body to hit the floor on one accord. Everything has to happen in one sound, on one crash. You shouldn't be still moving after your Marella. You should stick it.
Well, by Ashley,
Ashley created, Marella for Femme Queen Performance. She's the queen of Marella.
I think Niambi more perfected the Marella.
Yes, I would agree with you. Niambi more perfected than Ashley was more of a moment kind of person. She created the moments with the Marella. I don't think she thinks about it. I just think she does it. And that's what I always appreciate about her. Versus Niambi, who is more of a performance. She kind of has a whole idea of her structure laid out.
So we going. It's just I was always knew it was gonna go so many places.
Yes.
That's the difference between a Marella and a dip.
And a dip. There's two different. Right.
So at first you said you knew stunts a little bit. You knew kind of.
Yeah, I knew what it was. I knew it was kind of what it was. But at the time, I thought I knew everything. At the time, I knew everything. I don't think it wasn't until I came with the family. And
talk about the family for those that don't know.
The family was...
What year? Let's go into the year. 2000.
2000. I remember being in Philadelphia. And I was just walking one of them mini balls. I mean, Dante was on mic. And you came up to me. And he was like, oh, you did cute. I was like, hey, you know why? I was like, yeah, I know you had. I heard about you. He was like, okay. He was like, I see it. I think I might want you to be my son. And you just told me, you didn't pressure me. You told me to come eat. You paid for dinner. You took me out. After that night, one day, I had decided to run away from home. Me and my uncle got into it. And I decided to run away from home. And I called you. I called Father. And
you know what? I forgot about all that.
I know you did. I couldn't. It was my life. I called you and I told you the situation. And you was like, what you doing tonight? Well, how about you go eat breakfast with me tomorrow? And then you took me to some Spanish breakfast, and you said, me, Mika, and the Lord was there. And then you come back home with us. You didn't tell me where you lived. And I remember going, I said, okay, and I remember going to sleep in the car and woke up in Maryland and never went home since. Yup. And since then, that's when my ballroom life changed. That's when my voguing changed. That's when I got a chance to be around Mika. And I had a chance to learn from Mercedes and Kevin, and be in Philadelphia and get a whiff of Niambi and other energy. So that's where my voguing started to find itself.